while we were at Calhoun Falls,
No.
that's not where we were.
While
we were at Hamilton Branch, we drove over and asked at Modoc if we could ride around and look at the Modoc campground. We've heard lots of people talk about Modoc on the camping forums and things, and since we were right here, we decided it would be great. We met Denise.
No. Darlene. Darlene White
was the lady running the front, and she was awesome. So much fun. She was so cute, and gave the kids some water safety packets and just told us about Modoc a little bit, and
told us the best way to get around.
And the best way to get around is to take a right, and if you take enough rights, you'll never be wrong.
That's right.
But it just gave us opportunities to go in, drive through, look at everything, kind of a feel for it, even though we weren't camping there. And we did, and we, really like Modoc is a Corps of Engineer campground.
Right. So rather than normally we do the state parks, but the Army Corps of Engineers built all of the dams that created the lakes along the Savannah River. The dam at Lake Strom Thurmond was the first that was built, then Lake Hartwell, then Lake Russell. So the Corps of Engineers has several campgrounds along all those lakes, and Modoc is the one right here by the dam at Strom Thurmond.
So it's a very good opportunity if you can't get in Calhoun Falls. You might want to think about Modoc, or if you just want to try something different, try Modoc. It's very similar, I think, in structure. Lots of little loops and lots of little cul-de-sacs of campsites, and some were bigger than others. A lot of them basically were tents. It says they have 69 campsites with 30 or 50 electrical. They all have water. There's one primitive site with no hookups, and it actually looks like the best one.
It's the most made because it's out on a point. It is beautiful.
Like you go down this one little road, and it was like, oh, we want that one, and you go. I mean, it's on this point. It's got like a 360 view. It's this beautiful vista, and it was like, oh, it says number 10 is primitive, so you get really excited about.
11.
Oh yeah, you're right. Number 11.
Number 11.
You get really excited about number 11 when you're looking on the map. It is primitive. There is no water and no electric. So if you are a primitive camper, you might want to check that one out. It looks phenomenal.
It looked amazing.
And it's huge. It was huge, and it was right there on the point. There is a boat ramp for campers. Access to Lake Thurmond again, a 70,000 acre lake. They've got the dump station. They've got showers. They've got also playgrounds and activities.
There was a sandy beach where there were people actually set up. Saw a couple people with tent and people out in the water.
And that's all just for the campers. There's no day use area at Modoc.
No. So if you wind up on one of those sites that doesn't have great water access, you can always go to that sandy beach. It looked like most of them had water access.
It did look like a lot of them had water access. And we only saw them from the road. We didn't drive up into any of them.
Yeah, all of them. We just kind of rode around. In retrospect, I kind of wish I'd have thrown the kayak on top. We didn't realize we were really going to go explore as much as we did. I can't speak for the actual water access, what they look like, but they all are on water. So
yeah, and a lot of them you could see boats tied up, or you could see floats. Like we always have our floats kind of tied up in the back, so you could see a lot of access. There's lots of kids, lots of activity happening.
Yeah, it looked like a really neat campground. There were a handful of sites that looked better than others. Some of them were kind of elevated, so they weren't going to be right down on the water. Like that 1 through 5 were all kind of up high.
I think they say they're RV sites, but they were empty.
Yeah,
and I think they were mostly tent sites because they just did look on the smaller side. Down in like the 20s and 30s, 29, 30, 31, 30s on a point. Those looked really good to us. I know 35 looked like it.
35 and 25 both
looked like they had low and good water access. The same with the other loop. There's like 50 to 55, kind of that side, kind of dipped down onto that peninsula. And again, those are all really kind of narrow peninsulas, so probably not a lot of wake. Probably are going to have a better shoreline.
Yeah. So it looked like a really great place. So as she said, if you can't get into Hamilton Branch and you really want to be on Lake Strom Thurmond, north of Augusta, I think Modoc is a great place to come check it out.
You've been to Hamilton Branch, try Modoc. Give them a chance.
Yeah, pretty neat.